What is up, everybody? NC, JC, and we gotta talk about something that I think is affecting a lot of companies right now. And I believe that marketability in wrestling matters. I firmly believe it's something that matters, and it's causing a lot of viewers to tune out. You don't believe us when we say that, what a casual viewer sees on their TV, what most viewers see on their TV truly matters. No, don't body shame. Don't body shame. I'm sorry. But like even Cody has said, pro wrestling is a very cosmetic form of entertainment. We're going to judge on what we see as viewers and as consumers. And see, you're so right about that because this is not our opinion. If it was just one person's opinion or two people's opinion or a few people's opinion, that would be one thing. But when the numbers back it up, when the viewership and the Nielsen numbers back up everything that you're talking about with the lack of marketability in wrestling, it shows just how much marketability mattered. We look at Hulkamania, we look at Hulk Hogan, we look at Stone Cold, we look at The Rock, we look at Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, all these people, John Cena, these are marketable people. What we have now in the wrestling business are a lot of people that are maybe good in the ring, but they're not marketable. They're very niche, and that's ultimately the problem that I think my brother and I agree on, is that there's just a lack of marketability because of the wrestlers that are in the business now. They're cosplayers, let's be real. And you know what, you were bringing up ratings, let's go ahead and bring up ratings as our backup. So let's take a look at Dynamite. So right here, I got a 2-month right out of Dynamite. So let's start out with, what is it, March 18th, 730,000, very good. And then they go to their highest rated Dynamite ever. Highest rated Dynamite in the next week. And from there they get 730, and then drop down to 654. Then get up to 710 because of Dynasty. And then 617, 596, 590, and 585. So you see this constant drop down on AEW ever since they had that literal crash TV. Ever since they had more sexuality on the show. Ever since they pretty much had, I hate to say, MJF as their champion. And ever since the change in the show, going back to a work rate show, this is what we see. We see a constant downtune of the viewership on their main flagship show that had their highest record viewership since 2024. How did they mess that up when they have graphic data proof? They have data proof of what is good and what is not. How can they mess it up? Because they listen to the marks. They don't care about the marketability of the show. They don't care about growing the audience. They don't care. Tony Khan doesn't care about that. He's proven to us time after time after time. He hit, in my opinion, lightning in a bottle with that March 18th episode. Because what it was, if you go back and you watch that episode, it was Crash TV. There was multiple segments happening. The matches were like 10 minutes at most. Or the main event was 2 or 12 minutes. But at least you had like Edge coming back. You had returns, car crashes, a lot of things happening, and just a much faster paced show. And voila, you have a massive bump in the viewership, over 700,000. And then ever since they went away from that, they went back because right soon after they went right back to the mark match bullshit. And what was propping up the rating the next week was Chris Jericho coming back on TV. So that propped it up. Or no, sorry, it was a Kenny Omega MGF thing that popped it up. And then it dipped for a little bit, and then it went back up with Chris Jericho being back on TV. And it's just been bleeding ever since. And this is the problem, man. It's like when you cater to the niche match mark audience that does not care about marketability, they just care about work rate and claiming that they're a real wrestling fan online. This is what you get. This is what happens to viewership. Like this is the problem. This is why people wonder why we hate the match marks and we hate these long boring matches, because this is what it does to wrestling shows that have a lot of potential. It does this. It does what you're seeing on the screen right now. It bleeds viewership. Well, these long matches, they bleed people out and they bore them and they make them turn the channel every single time. Especially when you have champions like this, like Darby Allin. Darby Allin, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter that he's had 5 title defenses in 4 weeks unless people are watching each and every single time because it's Darby Allin. I'm sorry, I know he does great stuff in the ring. He's a daredevil. That's good and all, but it's not good enough to be world champion. And you're noticing the huge change in viewership ever since they took the title off of MJF and put it on Darby. No disrespect towards Darby, but I'm sorry, the experiment isn't working. No. And a lot of it has to deal with the appearance. When you see a title that's bigger than the wrestler himself, people are going to tune out. Well, and this isn't us just talking shit about Darby Allin, just to talk shit or put him down necessarily for the way he looks. What it's saying is that the numbers don't lie. Like that's what it says. The numbers don't lie, and clearly there's a lack of interest with Darby Allin as the world champion. But whenever you want to say good, bad, or differently about him, there's a lack of interest. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the viewership numbers. You can say, oh, it's a fake number and it doesn't matter. Well, no. Well, those numbers matter a lot, and literally decide how companies are going to spend their ad dollars. Like these are very important numbers. So it's not to put him down. We've said good things about Darby Allin in the past. There's potential with this guy, but the way they're doing it, I would just ask, like, what is the storyline? Like having him defend his title against random people every fucking week is not a storyline. It's not interesting. Like a storyline would be like he faces an obstacle caused by MJF, and then MJF and him have like a match at like Double or Nothing. Like where's the obstacle? Where's the storyline? And I would just say that there is none. Well, his whole storyline is he's a fighting champion. That's what matters to Tony, is having a fighting champion. That's what Tony wants. And that's why he's pushing a guy like Kevin Knight towards the championship, which is not a good choice. The guy is not good on the microphone. He is not even that good in ring. Let's be honest. He botches all the time. He's very unsafe. I don't think he's a good wrestler. I think in a lot of ways he's almost like a Black Seth Rollins. He's not that good. And that's nothing against him. Maybe he'll be good in time, but in my opinion, he's way too green. He should have gone to ROH, gone to NXT, some sort of developmental, or even TNA for that matter, to build himself up, because he's not ready for the push they're giving him. He's not ready. Like the crazy thing is, we're talking about marketability. They have Bobby Lashley in their company with MVP as his mouthpiece, as his manager, and they're going with speed. Like literally, they're gonna have Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Darby Allin. This Tony didn't make him. As simple as that. He's a WWE guy, and at least with Tony, he's like, I made this drummer, I made this guy. It's like, okay, you made him, but he's nothing. It's like Triple H making Gunther, he's nothing. What does it matter? Well, yeah, like Dean, John Moxley was like there since the beginning of the company, so like in a different identity too, Yeah. A totally different identity. Like Tony Storm was like really like a mid-card nobody when she came in. Tony Khan identity too. Different identity. Good point. That's a very good point. Is that like Tony Khan repackaged them and like made them his own. But this just goes to show, but it's not just an AEW. It's all about, like, we're focusing on AEW because for this part, because there's so much potential with AEW. If they just got their shit together and booked the right people and cared about marketability and cared about appealing to casual fans, the ratings wouldn't be an issue. In fact, they'd probably be beating SmackDown. Well, but no, they want to push guys like this, Speedball Mike Bailey, and give him ample mic time for whatever reason. I don't know why you would want to take your worst mic worker and have them work on the mic every single Dynamite and then call out the world champion. What has Speedball Mike Bailey done to deserve a world title shot? Nothing. Nothing other than he's a great wrestler. He's put time into the bit. Who cares? At the end of the day, if Speedball Mike Bailey is your world champion, if you think 585,000 is bad viewership, oh my god, it's going to be like 389,000. And by the way, the ARF dash panel survey thing that like said that basically there's more people watching, which bumped up the number for pro wrestling AEW especially, like that is still in effect. Like that has not been changed. Like, so just you got to keep in mind is that like this is what a boost, like an artificial, or some people could argue that, but it's like basically there's like a boost in the viewership going on from the way that the Nielsen factors in the ratings, and this is what they're pulling in. Well, it's just pathetic. I mean, especially if you do consider that bump, but it doesn't help that these guys are constantly pushed. Every time I tune into Dynamite, I have to see the Young Bucks in a 20 to 25 minute match, sometimes 30. It's insane. It sucks. They aren't good wrestlers, let's be honest. They don't have good psychology. They're very weak looking. And I would assume a lot of people tune in and see these guys and they're like, How are these guys featured so much? They look like enhancement talent, and they won't even take themselves seriously. This is what really bugs me. They won't even try to lift weights or do juice or anything. They're just like, we're weak and pathetic. Deal with it. Fuck it. We're EVPs. What are you gonna do? You know? It's so goofy. It's so hard to take them seriously. Just look at them. Like these are the AEW tag team champions in this picture. How can you take this seriously? Indie rep. That's about it, man. Like when you really look at it, like if you ask a regular dude who the fuck these guys are, they'll say, man, those are some geeky looking fans. They won't even think they're wrestlers. I know, because they look like the fans. They look like the marks. Like literally, if you put them in street clothes and put them in a wrestling convention, they blend in. Well, that's the big thing about Tony is he loves pushing midgets. It has not changed. We just watched Dynamite just for confirmation. We're like, how bad has it become? It's become really, really bad. It is pretty much vanilla midget showcase every time, and it has not changed. It doesn't help. This is another guy that they're shoving down your throat, our throats, and have not stopped with Orange Cassidy. Still won't do a push-up. Still has his hands in his pockets, and is still doing some of the silliest wrestling you've ever seen. I don't get it. Well, the thing with the two, like, I get the whole comedy aspect, I get it. But if that's how you got your one note, and that's what he is, it's just one note. He's a comedy goofball that does a bunch of kip-ups with his hands in his pockets. Who cares? Like, this is the thing. Like, this is what we're harping away at with AEW here in specific. It's just the potential, man. There's potential with AEW. AEW does not have to be like this. We literally saw them putting on great shows back in March, and the viewership was over 700,000. It was growing. Then they went right back to the match mark shit. They put the world title on Darby Allin, and look where we are now. Well, the problem about Orange Cassidy is that the joke ran thin very quickly. Right? It doesn't have any sort of versatility. Like, at least with Danhausen, I can see them. They can work that a little bit before they run the wheels off of it. Orange, they already ran the wheels off of it. They're going on the rims right now. It's grinding on the asphalt. And yet we still got this dude pushed down our throats. I don't want to see this guy because he adds nothing to the product. He's not a great mic worker, so you're not going to get any dope promos out of him. He's not a fantastic wrestler, so you're not going to get any good matches out of him. All you get is, Tony's popping backstage for 25 minutes. Yay, good. All right. Like, to me, he's irrelevant. Like, if you kick him out of Dynamite, what are you losing? Isn't he like in his mid-40s too? It's like, what is the point? Like, he's still got a teenager body. What's the point? That's the thing. So like, he adds really nothing to the product. Like, do I hate him? No, I don't hate him. I don't even dislike him. I quite frankly, I don't even care about him. Like, I don't care to hate him or like him or do any of that. This is what happens when you don't care about marketability. Like, this is what happens. You get guys like Orange Cassidy getting heavily featured. You get the Young Bucks as your world champions and as your EVPs, which had nothing to the product other than like constant audio and production botches. You know, like what is Tony Khan getting out of this other than making the sickos happy? But even then, I would ask, like, wouldn't the sickos be a lot happier if they were seeing Dynamite beating SmackDown in the ratings? Like, wouldn't that make them happy? These are the same people that say ratings don't matter when they're losing and then say suck at NXT when they're winning. So right to say, right? If ratings don't matter, you got to be consistent on that. So it's like when AEW is getting over 1 million, their fans out there saying, "What now? AEW got 1 million, right?" And then when